Now let's head to the NGX studio over there in Marina where Ladi is, and I think he does have, I don't know if being in the studio, Ladi, will give you green numbers this afternoon, or I mean, you don't trade crypto at the NGX.
No trading of crypto here, but we know other exchanges in the world. Some of them have Bitcoin ETFs and they trade stocks that are related, to Bitcoin. But who knows? At some point, maybe Nigeria might do it first. When it comes to that, maybe we might be the first to launch a Bitcoin ETF at some point. Fingers crossed. We'll see if that's going to happen. But a lot's already playing out in the market so far. We're seeing a lot of volatility. Looking at the fear greed index now, that's talking about sentiment in the market. That's 49 points of 100. Showing that traders they're not bullish, but they're not bearish. They're just somewhere smack in the middle. That's neutral. So some investors use the fear greed index to try to gauge when to enter the market or when to actually leave the market. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin there. That's $98,879, up 1.31%. I'm sure some investors have not recovered from the massive sell-offs we got last time. We've got like 2 sell-offs so far. Ethereum, that's holding up quite well, 3.15%. Our BNB, $581, up 1.93%. Cardano, still below that $1 psychological level, 76 cents, 1.74% up. Then XRP, they had that outage, and I think that's still impacting the price. It's down 2.02%, $2.46. That's what we have for XRP. Let's look at some top headlines in the market now. JP Morgan Chase, that's the American multinational financial services firm, they're forecasting that institutional investors are going to be on the sidelines in the crypto market for 2025. We know how analysts and investors are always looking out for what the whales are going to be doing, the institutional investors. So they're forecasting that most of these multinationals will stay on the sideline. Then Pump.Fund, they've been hit with a cease and desist there. A prominent platform for creating and trading all of those meme coins you see listed in most of those markets there. We're seeing a law firm there accusing them of intellectual property issue there. So if you're creating tokens, meme tokens on that platform, you need to watch out. Then Elon Musk is calling for the US Treasury, all their transactions to go on the blockchain at some point. So I guess he wants it to be like that public ledger where you can see where all the transactions are going, and that's talking about government spending and government revenue in the US. We'll see if that's going to play out. But I'm not alone. Right here at the studio, I have with me someone that's always joined me via Zoom, but we're here together, and it's Rumi Ofi, financial market analyst.
Thank you,
Hello, Rumi. How's it going?
Fantastic.
I'm sure you're feeling the energy right here.
Exactly.
In Nigeria's stock market. They're one of the biggest stock markets in Africa.
Then I quite like the environment because it gives that belief that maybe very soon we'll be doing the crypto market more like something like this.
Exactly.
Where to be televised, having such ambience.
Right, with the likes of MicroStrategy, trading in international markets. Who knows?
Exactly.
Maybe a Bitcoin ETF might come out from maybe us or some other African country at this point.
I'm not losing hope because we're already leading, if you ask me.
Right.
Leading, yeah.
And talking about leading, we got the CNGN, that's the stablecoin pegged to the Naira.
Yeah.
That's trading on some exchanges in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right now. Is that a good thing for most investors here? How they see that?
I think it's a very fantastic development here in Nigeria now because for the first time you see that government is supporting, because if you say there's no influence of government involved, we haven't seen this being as a success story. The CNGN issue has been for a while now. I think about 3-4 4 years now before the approval is here. So I must give it up for.
So some of our viewers might not understand, what a stable coin is and what CNGN means. Being a currency that's pegged, to the naira 1-to-1, just like USDT. Can you break it down for them?
Yeah. So stable coins are actually cryptocurrencies that are 1:1 backed by a particular currency. The most popular one is the USDT Theta. Is widely used. Although when we came into crypto, we didn't have stable coins, right? So we're just using Bitcoin and all of that. But you find out that you put in your some certain amount of money is down in value, is up again. But the usage of stablecoin actually makes it really a bit safer in value and not fluctuate that much. So Theta is quite popular. We also have USDC owned by Circle. Then now we're having our own CNGN, which makes perfect sense as far as I'm concerned. For those that are following crypto news, you must have heard about the MiCA bill that is now law in Europe. So they are also saying that any stable coin that they are bringing is supposed to peg to the euro. So we're in line. We're moving in Africa. We're leading for having our own backed by the naira, because no matter how you see it, the naira comes first for us as Nigerians. All right, so rather than use the dollar-backed stablecoin, we're saying come and use the naira-backed stablecoin, so that you use your naira-backed stablecoin to buy your cryptocurrency of choice, and it makes a whole lot of sense. So
that should reduce demand for dollar-backed stablecoins.
Exactly.
From Nigeria.
Exactly.
So if you're trading, a cryptocurrency on one of the exchanges, you can use the CNGN and buy.
Yeah, exactly. So I was speaking with someone some days ago, and I was like, I think this would make a lot of people consider the fact that naira can be used to buy cryptocurrency rather than buying stable coins pegged or using the USDT to benchmark the idea of buying dollar, because at some point that was what some of these exchanges were being used to. Want to go and check rates, we'll go there to check. But now that we have CNG and our naira backed stable coin, it's just a matter of saying I want to buy naira to buy a cryptocurrency rather than going to buy USDT, which stands for the dollar, to buy your cryptocurrency. So
because that's like importing.
Exactly. So why should I be going through all of those hassles where I could just buy CNGN and buy my favorite cryptocurrency? So it makes a lot of sense. So Nigeria is leading Africa again in the crypto world, and I'm really, really excited.
But the exchanges that are listing the CNGN right now, they're more of Nigerian exchanges.
Yes, indigenous exchanges.
So, but we don't have, the international ones like the likes of Binance, Bybit. We don't have those ones. Listing CNGN yet, but do you see that happening?
So I think I also like the fact that things are going this way. The exchanges that actually have listed, Butcher and Quidax, are the only exchanges in Nigeria that has the license to operate here. So automatically, if they have the license to operate, obviously they're going to use the ones that are supposed to be able to use the CNGN, which is the stablecoin backed by naira. So the others that are not using it, it's assumed that they don't exist in our soil here in Nigeria. So when they get the license, I'm very sure that they're going to have to maybe that could be added into the regulatory framework that the SEC is actually looking at to update as time goes on, and it makes perfect sense. So buy Nigeria, crypto Nigeria, right, and stablecoin Nigeria.
Sometimes when I think about stablecoins, it amazes me how it's able to match the exchange rate in most of the markets. Definitely is going to mirror the exchange rate to the US dollar. And, with it being on the blockchain, sometimes I'm wondering how quick is able to match up, with what the going exchange rate is. So for the CNGN now, if the naira is trading to the dollar at 1,600, then CNGN will match that.
Exactly. I think I love what has really happened in recent time. I don't know if a lot of Nigerians are noticing the fact that our naira to the dollar exchanges is not fluctuating so much.
Yeah, we don't have wild swings.
Yes, like you see 20, 30 naira, 100, so you see it relatively moving, and I think it makes perfect sense to have a stable coin that way, rather than because if it is really volatile from the naira end, the stable coin would be very difficult to be able to manage. But I know these are the first stages. It's going to be we're going to grow gradually. And,
Right.
and I believe that a lot of people in this our industry are young people, so they should also consider the fact that we're just starting as an industry in this country, and over time we'll grow. And I believe the authorities, the government should also empower us to build an industry that absorb a lot of young people to thrive all around the world. There are a lot of Nigerians doing a lot of things in this industry. A couple of them are going out because of the fact that regulation is not where it ought to be. But now I think the minister for tech and information and technology should also think in that direction. The SEC also should think in that direction. NIDA also should think in that direction, so that people should start coming. Nigerians should start saying, okay, enough of all of this scary movie. We are now home to do our thing and make Africa proud. So
it's all about boosting investor confidence.
Exactly.
At this point. Well, so much to look out for with the CNGN. Maybe at some point, international payments, international settlements. We'll see how the CNGN
laws and all
for all of that. Thank you so much. It was great having you here, Rume Ofi.
Life and direct.
Always on Zoom, but here at the studio. Thank you so much. All right, so that's how the market is looking. I'm going to be handing things over back to Ini John McQuarrie at our studios right there at headquarters. Ini, I'm sure you're seeing the market flavor right there. It's not so bad, but it's quite neutral.
Yeah, neutral, Laddie. But I think the more interesting one is the conversation you just had with Rume on CNG, the Nigerian-backed stablecoin. I know that's a way to test our patriotism. So even if you're doing crypto, you still have to be patriotic and use the CNG. And we hope that gathers momentum in the coming days. Anyway, anyway, that's where we draw the curtains on the program today. Thank you so much for being a part of Business Incorporated. As usual, it's not over yet. There's a final episode tomorrow, Friday. So we'll try and have a whole lot of fun in a business economic way. But before then, I'll see you tonight for the stock market report.